Are you ready to get freaky? Call us now on 555 Total Cult Zone to listen in on me, the Earth King Guy, and Nona, as we eat cake, drink coffee, and occasionally talk about a movie. This week on the hotline, Frankie Freako.
Conor had it all. The perfect job.
Man. Hey.
The perfect girl.
You look like a movie star.
Which one?
Gary Busey.
The perfect life.
You know anything about this Frankie Freako guy? He's like a little gremlin that likes to party.
You shouldn't call numbers like that.
Until one day, things got Freako.
Hello?
This is Frankie.
Yeah, buddy. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
To party, my man.
Yes! I'm ready to party!
Yeah,
The mug has ET on it.
Hey. Got links in today. Kind of.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, very much so, I think.
Okay, intro. Why bother writing anything as an intro? I'm sure we'll segue into something talking about coffee or cake or from some angle or another.
I mean, true.
Yeah.
I have toast with jam on it today. I don't have cake, but I do have a knockoff Kit Kat.
Knockoff Kit Kat.
Yeah.
From Lidl. Lidl? Lidl.
I think this one is from Lidl, yeah.
What's it called?
Choco Break. I can't decide if this is Lidl or Aldi, but yeah, Choco Break. Knockoff. Perfect. Like 99p for 8.
I
Deal.
went for a vegan Kit Kat today, but yeah, my local doesn't have them, so I just got Jammy Dodgers.
Oh, they're fucking great though.
Yeah, surprise vegan.
Yeah, I know. I love that they're accidentally vegan. Those and Oreos, I think, are both accidentally vegan.
Yeah, Oreos definitely. Party rings as well.
Yes. Yeah, I used to eat so many party rings.
They didn't work the other day. I'm going to grab one of them.
Freaking look, a birthday party wasn't the same if you didn't have party rings.
Like crunchy cardboard with some icing on. Or some sugar on.
But they felt really fancy when you were a kid. Like, you'd be sat there with them on your fingers like you did hula hoops. Like, they didn't fit the whole way down, but they'd fit on the end. And you'd be like, yes. And the only time you'd ever see them would be at birthday parties. Your parents didn't buy this shit any other time. It was only ever at birthday parties that you saw them. And they'd bust out the packet, just take the outside wrapper off and pop the actual plastic container on the table. Every single time. Love party rings.
Gonna get some later. See if Lidl has some.
Do you know what? They do their own brand and they do them in tiny little bags, like mini ones. They're so good.
We have tea, not coffee.
I do have tea today, yeah. With soy milk and 2 sugars.
Of coffee and cake has gone downhill rapidly.
Listen, like, it'll be back. It'll be back. I just didn't have time to go and get cake. I've been playing World of Warcraft and just, I don't know, actually, I don't know what I've been doing.
World of Warcraft.
Probably. I'm a very busy person outside of the game.
I actually visited the Algerian coffee shop the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's insane. I got overwhelmed by everything and offer. I was like, do you want help? I was like, yeah, I think I need it. Because I just have this chalkboard and it's all the different varieties. I'm like, I don't know where to start with this list.
Do you need help in life or with the coffee? Because both.
Yeah, they ended up helping me out and said, what do you like coffee-wise? What do you make it in? So I go mocha pot. Oh, right, okay, so you want ground, right. Do you like it dark? Yes. Strong? Yes. Do you like it chocolatey? Yes. So I got the Peruvian.
Ooh.
Which is lovely.
Yeah, I do. I went from like hating coffee to like, I still can't drink black coffee. I'll say that. I have to have something in it. I can't help that about me.
Orange juice. You tried that one yet?
In coffee?
Yeah. Apparently it's the new thing, I think.
Orange juice in coffee.
Hang on, I'll check it because I've seen some things on the TikTok. Juice in coffee.
This is like when people put butter in coffee. People do that as well.
Yes, coffee and orange juice balances the citrusy sweetness of the juice with the rich bitterness of coffee. Thank you, AI Assist. Apparently it's a thing and people are doing it on the TikTok.
It's not a thing. They need to stop. They need to stop trying to make fetch happen. We saw what happened in Mean Girls. They need to stop it.
Well, I did see a person do it's a Scottish version. What do you reckon they did?
It's fucking Iron Brew, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did Iron Brew on coffee.
Fuck's sake.
Which I'm tempted. But I yeah. It could just be pumpkin spice and lavender all over again.
See, I like pumpkin spice. Like I'm not even going to pretend that I don't like it. I buy a sugar-free syrup that is pumpkin spice so that I can have it all year round if I want to. Because lattes are my favorite. If I'm picking a latte, it's an oat milk one, sugar-free caramel, every single time. Like that is my go-to safe coffee. Just because it tastes good. It's like drinking cake. To me, anyway.
Yeah, anything with milk I can't do unless it's iced with cream, and then it just becomes a dessert.
There is a really nice like iced coffee I've had, but again, I always buy the freaking oat milk latte one.
The basic bitch coffee, like Americano.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Coffee with hot water.
I'm 100% a basic bitch. I can't help myself. Like I've taken this long to enjoy coffee, so if I'm gonna drink it, I'm gonna drink it in the ways that I enjoy. Because it's that, or I'm just chugging a Monster Energy drink and going about my day.
I did find today, rather than vegan Kit Kat, I did find a very, very rare Cherry Relentless. Yeah.
Fucking look, Cherry Relentless was my go-to, but it's not sugar-free.
Yeah, they had an entire shelf of Monster. They had pretty much every one. I'd never seen so many Monster choices.
They have.
And then there was the sugar-free and the Cherry Relentless at the end. Looking all lonely. Powder can.
Relentless, if you hearing this, I mean, I doubt it. Like, I genuinely doubt it. But if you're hearing this, please bring sugar-free cherry to our shelves. I will literally be your best friend forever. It was like drinking childhood Cherryade, which is why I loved it so much. Because that's how I remember Cherryade being when I was a kid.
I think we're going to have to stockpile it. I think it's going to go just out of existence soon.
That makes me so sad.
Yeah, I went to a few today of licenses and corner shops to deliver some stuff and try and find some Kit Kats that were vegan. Which off license is not really big on that stuff, and every shelf was like just Monster all the way. One shelf of Monster, and there's two Relentless at the end. It's like, okay.
The shop round from me, like we've got a little corner shop. He has every single type of Monster you can imagine, and as soon as a new one comes out, he's got it. Like that's where I go when I want to try and find the new ones because he always has them, every single time.
Yeah, I was tempted to drink it today, but I'm sticking with the coffee. I'm actually not drinking the Algerian one. I'm drinking one from the bluecoffeebox.com selection box. From Peru as well, Tupi. Yes, it's notes of toasted almonds, cocoa, and orange peel.
For fuck's sake, can't even escape it in the box.
It's notes of, and it's not actually mixed with orange peel.
Notes of.
Oh, it probably is with orange peel. Notes of. Yeah.
Absolute bullshit, in my opinion. They need to stop adding shit to perfectly good coffee.
Yep, tastes like coffee.
And turning away from basic bitch energy and into not being a square.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes of babbling. So much email. We do films occasionally.
It explains why some people don't listen to the whole of our podcast straight away.
One unfollow, one unretweet.
You're welcome.
Today we're doing Frankie Freako, and this will be released in the UK and Ireland from July 14th, written and directed by Steven Kostanski, who also made Psycho Goreman and The Void, which I didn't realise. Void, great film.
Yeah, it's a good film.
Yeah, the comedy horror is a homage to classic 80s movies like Gremlins, Ghoulies and Critters. After calling a late-night party hotline, Conor must battle the pint-sized forces of evil led by Frankie Freako, unleashed through his phone line. Kostanski recently served as prosthetic makeup and effects lead on Inner Violent Nature. Also, excellent film. You seen that one yet?
No,
You might like it.
I probably will.
It's a weird take on the traditional slasher film. As like a camera trails the killer through the woods as he stalks people down, so it's like third person almost.
Oh, okay.
And there's cuts here and there, and it changes perspective occasionally. But yeah, it's a great spin on the standard horror trope. But yeah, that's possibly why this film has some amazing special effects.
I mean, one of them's my absolute favorite, but I'll save it for the spoilers.
It stars Conor Sweeney from Psycho Goreman, Adam Brooks from Dark Harvest, and Kristy Wordsworth from States of Mind. Also, YouTuber Rich Evans from RedLetterMedia voices Frankie's nemesis, President Munch. A big shout out to RedLetterMedia, one of the best YouTube channels ever. They're all in the film.
I had noticed. I'd had a look at the cast, but Google seems to get everyone very mixed up. So
Was that Google AI?
no, this was just. In fact, I'm not even on Google. I'm on Bing.
Bing.
When I was looking at Corey Sweeney, it was like sending a completely different Corey Sweeney.
Well, it's Conor Sweeney, so that
Conor
might be an issue.
even. No, sorry, Conor. Yeah. You can tell I've been up since 6:30 this morning. Yeah, Conor. There's two Conor Sweeneys. Both of them are actors, but both of them look completely different. But it looks like they just like get it mixed up. I don't know.
So what did you think of the film?
I mean, it was fucking good. Like, I don't know what to say about it. I enjoyed it. Like, I love Gremlins. Like, Gremlins is one of my favorite films. I had a cat called Gizmo when I was a kid, even because when he was born in a coal shed. He ended up with us, and we had to give him a bath because he was long-haired and filthy, and he looked like a gremlin when he was done. Like because we obviously you can't wet their ears, and he had really long hair, so he had like all of these tufts of fur coming out of his ears, whilst the rest of him was like just soggy from being bathed. I really enjoyed it though. It was so dumb. Like there was a lot of it that like I will say I wasn't so keen on the ending. But I enjoyed the film, and it took the piss out of so many things. In fairness, like the actual puppets that were in it were really good. Again, I'll have to say for the spoilers, but there's one part where genuinely I'm starting to think these were actual like sentient beings, because the way that they managed to change and show one particular scene with one particular puppet was insanely good. There were moments when it reminded me a little bit of The Room in terms of its very silly acting.
Yeah, I've got to say that's deliberate.
Oh yeah, no, 100% it was deliberate. Like The Room obviously is ironic. This was absolutely deliberate and done on purpose. I will also like add, I think anyone who is a fucking artist calling anybody else a square and disappearing off for an art installation really needs to have like a long hard look in the mirror.
Are you dissing artists?
I'm dissing this particular one because I saw that. Like you and I both know, right? You send me photos of installations, right? Because you do enjoy hearing me go, what the fuck? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm doing. And there are people out there who are incredibly talented. Like I can draw a little bit, but like you are one of them. Absolute lap around me when it comes to drawing and that kind of shit. In this particular case, Christina, I don't what the fuck she was creating. And the fact that she's there, like, calling this guy a square. Oh, but please be careful when dusting around my sculptures. Like, come on now.
I didn't hate anyone in the film, though.
I didn't hate anyone, like, so badly. But that bit did piss me off a little bit. Like, you can't call someone a square and then disappear off to have your art installed. And your art be just shit. Like, I don't know what it was supposed to be. Like, even now, like, I look at it. I don't want to name the one particular installation in case it does, because we've had enough of people not listening and then it kind of coming back. But there was one particular installation you sent me that we could have made in IKEA with a $5. And this felt very much the same.
The penis candelabra.
No. I mean, that's an IKEA and a weekend event. Like, there was a candle on it, though.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
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 And it reminded me of that. And I'm just there like, who told you this was good? Who did this? Because that's how I felt. I was like, who did this? Don't call someone a square when, like, yeah. I don't know. That was the only bit that outraged me.
I quite liked her art, actually.
I just don't know what it was supposed to be.
It's similar to stuff I've got at a gallery at the moment. Makes you think the more you look at it. So I saw it as, okay, I get that is, yeah.
You saying I don't like to think?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Most of my thinking's used up in a day.
Yeah. I first thought about the film. I saw it was 85 minutes long, which is great.
Yeah. It's a perfect amount of time.
Yeah, I think 90 minutes is like perfect for anything that's not like an epic, grandiose affair like The Lord of the Rings or even Star Wars, I guess. It's like a massive story. It's like a very contained thing. The last couple of films I've seen have been a bit too long and a bit shit. So even if this was terrible, like, I only got 85 minutes to suffer through. Fortunately, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It breezed along, and I could have easily have done an extra 10, 15 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I feel like there was parts of it where they could have pulled it out a little bit longer, but
Being a tribute to 80s creature features, the
yeah,
tiny creature, it even felt like a kid's film to a certain extent.
it did. Yeah, like
I don't know how this got a 15 rating. Swear words, were there many in there? Because
I think there was some, but I think a lot of it probably came from some of the imagery and stuff. Because there was a little bit of blood and gore, and I know that there's a certain amount, isn't there, depending on what certification you
Is
get.
it realistic blood, as in it's not comedic effect that he was bleeding
Yeah.
from? Yeah, I guess so. But yeah,
So I
this,
think that's where it came in.
this felt like something I would have been allowed to watch when I was a kid. Because Critters,
Yeah.
I don't know what rating Critters was, but we watched the shit out of that. That was like a 6, 7, 8 times rental. Possibly one of the most rented films we did when we were kids. Next to summer school. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't know why summer school, but we did. But yeah, it's something I would happily show kids. I'll be in trouble for that. Like to
No, I do get what you mean. I think
Yeah.
it depends. For me, it would depend on the child.
Mm.
Because I do think that the puppets, for some kids, they may find it a little bit scary, because I think that's the other element. I will also add, one of the puppets seemed to just talk Simlish the whole entire time, which I also found that quite funny. The fact that I could tell what he was feeling from just like variations of the same word.
Jabadoo.
Yeah, or at one point we got Shabano.
As you're saying, the puppets, they look great, but also cheap.
I think that's purposeful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's totally for a reason. Like, the acting's bad, the special effects in certain areas are bad, the general settings and setup of it is bad, but it's all deliberate.
You see, for me, it's not necessarily the acting was bad, because I don't think it was bad.
No, it was like
It was deliberate, yeah. And I think that's why, like, and you could tell it was deliberate.
But it wasn't that full on looking at the camera and winking bad.
Yeah, which is, that for me is when it is bad. Like, this was deliberately played the way that it was.
Yeah,
and it was
fine line.
Yeah, it was delivered really well. It was an ironic, I don't know, it was poking fun at movies of the past.
Yeah, I got a real vibe from another 80s film, comedy horror, a big cult fan favourite. It's Terrorvision. Have you ever seen that one?
I've not seen it, but I think it is on my list.
Yeah, it's amazing, and the sets look like that, where it's really gaudy, over the top 80s style houses which didn't exist. I think that's where the artwork I was fine with, because it kind of fit into that vibe of, in the house they have like art pieces which are over the top and have no purpose whatsoever, but it fit into that kind of mold.
The set dressing, I will say, was so good. It was really good. It reminded me of like the house I grew up in terms of like the decor and everything else, because obviously I was born in 86. I was coming out of the tail end, but that is what houses look like, where they're trying to be modern, and it's not quite. It was the same as like when the millennium hit and everything went metallic. It was that kind of like, you know, the future is on its way, everyone trying to. Yeah, it was so good. Me sat looking at pictures now.
Get a Pinterest board up and running. Get a mood board. Redo your house.
Oh, don't, because honestly, like, I would probably live in like something that's a cross between the 80s and the 90s.
I think I'll do. At least in this room.
I'd love it. I'd just to have like some of the really gaudy prints. This is like in some ways unrelated. I fell down a rabbit hole because TikTok started sending me TikToks of a show called Decorating Scents, CENTS. If you've never seen it, you should go and see it. Like, in terms of the gaudy decor, perfect, ridiculous. Never decorate my house like it, but those shows ran in sort of the 80s and 90s. They were like the US version of our changing rooms. So bad.
Changing rooms, that was a nightmare.
I fucking loved that show.
You ever see the Tea-Boy episode?
That was the one I was just about to mention, when the shelves fell down. Fucking perfect.
Yeah, go down the rabbit hole of that later.
You will sit there going, this is more horrifying than any movie I've seen this year.
That's one I have to send to Joe, actually, because they're doing reality TV shows.
Honestly, it's carnage. Absolute carnage. There's one particular episode, if you can find it, where they do up a kid's bedroom with like a cartoon theme, but genuinely it looked like hell. Is the only way I can describe it. And there's another episode where they've done up this little girl's room and she's crying whilst trying to smile. Horrific.
The best ones. So I think there's something I've said about a lot of films is like having a degradation in the quality. I think this film would have worked if it was like a second generation VHS copy that had been played a dozen times, maybe.
I don't have any qualms with it.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just missing that one tiny little feel.
Because colour-wise, I think it... Like, I really enjoyed the palette and whatever they were using, because you could tell that. But I do understand what you mean. Because I think... I don't know. It's a tough one, because I don't think that there was anything I could say about it visually necessarily that was bad.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. I couldn't point to anything that says, oh, doesn't look right. I just think it's that one little feel to it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's just being nostalgia.
Maybe, and maybe because of the era that it sort of was having a nod towards,
Yeah,
it would have made sense.
Yeah, I mean that is just me on that one. They say looks wise, great set dressing, and then you get the the little animated section,
When they're explaining where Frankie has come from.
and when they go into the world,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Yeah. It was really, really good.
That's like a real MTV vibe for that one as well. The little interlude you get between videos and adverts.
Yeah. I feel like this kind of has that element to it. Like it feels like that era of like when music videos were getting banned for whatever reason. Like there were so many of them that were for like very small things. And it feels like that. Like it feels like it's coming into that era. Like I could imagine these guys being in a music video and being banned, video being banned.
I'm expecting Alice Cooper to pop out at some point.
Yeah. That actually would have been fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's all of that stuff. Characters, acting. Yeah, I loved it in terms of what is it? Looked like a Hollywood superstar. Which one? Gary Busey. Genuinely laughed out loud at that one.
He was pathetic as well. Like he played pathetic really well. Yeah.
It's the definite 80s thing as well
good.
of the dweeby guy getting a hot wife.
Yeah.
How does it work? I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, and all he wanted to do was hold hands. Maybe that's how it worked.
again,
It
that's
was
the
the
reason why I think
hand-holding.
it's okay for kids.
What? Because it was just hand holding?
Mm. And then the boss character, Mr. Butcher, Mr. Butcher, which I don't get that relationship at all.
No,
But I just laughing out loud
he
when he
just
does the
didn't.
booping in the nose.
He didn't like him very much.
But then he did, kinda.
To be fair, that was the only bit that I think I struggled with understanding what that was about.
I don't think it needed to be explained.
No, it didn't, and I agree with you entirely. But you know, when you kind of sat there like, how are you still at this job? Like, it was like when he'd said there was a particular part where he called for whatever reason, and his boss is like, oh, maybe I can ask such and such. They're so reliable. And I'm there like, no one, I mean, I guess maybe people do, but no one that I know or work for would ever dare to do that because I'd just be like, okay, bye. I don't doubt it.
Yeah, it's also supposed to be 80s yuppie culture.
Fair.
Mm.
Maybe I just need to put American Psycho on and suddenly it'll all slip into place why their relationship was the way it was.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's not explained, but I don't think it needs to be. It's an 80s film.
The ending needed to be explained because I'll be honest, that was the only bit I didn't like.
I liked it.
Go on, tell me why you liked it.
I don't know. It is, like I say, it's an 80s film. It just doesn't need to make sense. And it's like a twist on. It has your favourite thing in it as a montage, musical montage, fixing up the house. Sorry,
Yeah,
spoilers.
I
Spoilers again. Spoilers.
I enjoyed that
Trying not to
part,
go
I'm
too
not
much.
gonna lie.
It's the way it was done was like opposite to what you generally get. And I think the ending has that. You're expecting one thing and it's dipped on his head and it's stupid. But again, the whole film is like stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's 80s and that's my reasoning. There you go. It's the 80s. 80s films don't make sense at all.
It felt like I'd been edged for like 93 minutes just to be let down. I think that's what it was for me. Like I was expecting, I don't know
Is
what
it
I
as
was
bad as
expecting.
Cannibal Mukbang?
No, nothing ever will be. But like, I don't know, maybe.
They don't unlike something now. Like they didn't even like it before. They're gonna like it deliberately to unlike it.
I guess it reminded me a little bit of like the ending of like They Live. You know why? It's just such an abrupt ending. And
See,
you
I
kind
love
of
They
there
Live
like,
and I love
oh.
the ending for
I
that.
love that film too, but the ending had me going, what?
No, that's why I like the film because the ending is well, that's it. You just get shot. And
Yeah.
it's like, does he win? Does he lose? Does humanity
So
win?
what was that it? Is that what the whole of this film has come to? This is what I see at the end. I think that's kind of like
No
how I
big heroic
felt.
ending. He just gets shot.
Yeah. I think it was just that kind of, I am fucking confused. How? I want to see the freaking montage of what happened to get to this point.
So you want a prequel?
Yeah. Then it would make sense. To be honest, maybe I just want another Frankie Freako movie. Maybe that's all it is.
I'd say that's a big win. You want another film?
Yeah.
Same here. I'm not sure if I want one in the same universe. Maybe I do. Actually, I do. Fuck it. Make a number 2. Frankie Freako.
I mean, that's very
go to
80s as
college.
well. It's incredibly 80s. How many freaking Toxic Avengers did they bring out?
Still
Too
making-
many. Too many.
Yeah. So I'm going to say it's not going to be for everybody. But if you grew up with those films, you'll enjoy it. If you like stupid films, you enjoy it. If you want something on the background for 85 minutes at a house party, you'll enjoy it.
It's one of those where you could put it on in the background and enjoy it. If you like things that are a bit silly, it's the perfect film to put on. If you've got your friends over and you're like, what film do I want to put on? Just whilst, you're chatting or whatever else, like, it's a good film to put on. It's daft. And yeah, I liked it. I'll be telling my friends that that's what we're watching this Halloween.
Yeah, definitely recommend on that one. So before we get to the spoiler zone, I did do a little poll or a little couple of emails, a couple of messages in Discords, a little bit on Blue Sky. Favourite little animatronic puppet monsters in movies? I think Chucky comes out on top, easily.
Fucking, that is another one of my fucking, it's hard when I talk about my favorite film because I have several. Child's Play and the Child's Play series are like up there. They are so up there.
What's the best sequel?
From the Child's Play
Yeah.
series, fuck. I'm trying to think of all the ones. Cult of Chucky was pretty good. I did enjoy that. I'm gonna have to look all of them up because I can't. I know there's 7 of them, isn't there? Like, hear me typing in the background.
I'm gonna have a Jamie Dodger while you look that one up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Sorry, ASMR.
Okay,
for you
actually,
people.
no, I think it's Seed of Chucky. I think the moment that they had a kid, that was where, for me, like, it became more unhinged than it ever could have been. And Chucky is absolutely, he's pro-trans rights. I can get behind a king that does that, even if he's a mass murdering one. Yeah, probably Seed of Chucky. I think that's probably my favorite. That's my personal favorite.
Okay, see the Chucky.
It disturbed you because I was faster than you thought in the middle of your Jammy Dodger.
I'm gonna do a special on that one for the podcast. I'm gonna put like you in the left channel, me in the right channel.
Oh God.
Going to listen to one ear. One ear. That was very confusing. Got the wrong ear. Yeah, Chucky was Stig from Modern Escapism's choice. Also, Doom Patrol, both said the guy. I'm thinking if there was a battle royal of those type of characters, he'd probably win because he's the most famous and most prolific.
Chucky?
Pretty much.
I mean, he's your friend till the end, so yeah.
Doom Generation also brought up the clown from Poltergeist.
I don't recall.
But I'm not the only one on that one. Although I have to admit that I'd never actually seen it, which is up there with one of the things that may have to make me turn in my horror card.
I have seen it, but I don't remember. Oh, okay, I googled it.
Yeah,
It's not Chucky though. It's kind of just, it's a clown doll.
Obviously, Gremlins.
Obviously.
Dissect the film singles out Stripe from Gremlins, the leader. Was he
I like
scarier
Stripe,
than the giant spider in the second one, though?
Depends if you like spiders.
Critters, previously mentioned, rented the shit out of that film. Also, the series famous launching Leonardo DiCaprio's career. Puppet Master.
I don't recall Puppet Master.
I think I've watched one of them. Ghoulies, another big one, which I saw in the rental store so many times but never got to watch.
Same.
Billy from Saw.
Yeah. Is that really a puppet or an animatronic, though? It's the bike that moves.
Yeah, same sort of thing. I didn't sort of specify on that thing, so yeah. Okay, the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Because this film reminded me of that a lot with the
Yeah,
puppets
it
themselves.
reminded me of Spitting Image, if I'm honest.
Oh, definitely one of them. The guy working with President Munch, was it? One with the big eyes.
Yeah.
That's definitely a spitting image puppet.
I knew more about politics as a child than I do now because of that show.
And then you got the modern day ones. Annabelle. Megan.
See, I like Megan, so I can't really say a lot on that.
Who would in the fight between Megan and Chucky?
I mean, it'd probably still be Chucky, but Megan is... I really enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't. I thought it was campy as fuck, so I really enjoyed it.
Queuing up for the second one then.
For the second one, yeah. I've already got the first one, and I watched the first one so many times over. I love that film.
Right, I've got ones that popped up. Oodles, Modern Escapism, said, the ghost of Christmas yet to come from the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Which one is that?
It's the big Grim Reaper dude.
Oh, that guy. That guy is terrifying. Yeah, no, agreed. That is terrifying.
It got me thinking about the Muppets, and Henson Studios didn't really do bad guys that much, but then the Skeksis from the Dark Crystal. Oh, they scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
See, when I was a kid, there was one... I used to watch Sooty a lot. Sweep was my favourite. He never said a word, but he was fucking hilarious. And there was one particular episode where a ventriloquist dummy was involved. We had it on tape, and I used to hide every time that episode rolled around because it scared the shit out of me. Every single time.
It's me to Hallmark Great, and this is Joe's contribution. We went old school with the ventriloquist dummy from Twilight Zone.
I think that they're all... ventriloquist dummies in general are creepy. There's a TV show called From. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I'm waiting for the new series to drop. It is really good. But there is a ventriloquist dummy in that. Terrifying. Absolutely. You add one of those into anything. Terrifying. Every single time.
My next line is, all ventriloquist dummies are evil.
Yeah, that's true. Can verify.
That Chemmy Dodger is repeating on me. Uncle Deadly, also from Oodles. Side character in the original Muppet series, debuting in an episode that featured Vincent Price, so they wanted a creepy one. He later went to haunt the Muppet Theatre as their very own Phantom of the Opera type character, and then disappeared for about 30 years before popping up as a henchman in the Muppets film in 2011. The one with Amy Adams and Jason Segel. He's creepy looking.
Yeah, but not like... I don't know. Looks soft. Would pet.
The evil baby from Academy Award winner Peter Jackson's Brain Dead.
Can't say I've seen it.
Really? Wow.
But
okay.
the dancing baby in Ally McBeal was pretty terrifying.
Sadly CGI.
Yeah, still terrifying as fuck.
Okay. Belial from Basket Case. So you've not seen that one?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Well. Classic. It's been put in the Museum of Moving Arts catalogue, I think it is.
I was quite late to the party. I thought for a long time I didn't like scary movies, like thrillers, horrors, all that kind of stuff. I realised as I got older, actually what I didn't like was screaming teenage girls that I had to watch the movies with. So I think that it took me a very long time to be like, oh, no, actually, I really like these movies.
Okay, here's one.
Oh, gosh.
From Terrorhawks, Zelda.
I'm going to have to go. And hear the
Gemma Dodger.
typing. Oh. See, I struggle, right? Because one of my other, like, a movie I really, really love is called Space Amoeba. And it's not really a horror, it's a sci-fi film. It is kind of scary, but the shit that's in it is kind of like this. And I didn't really feel scared. I spent most of it laughing. Like, there's one part where, like, it looks like... I can't remember if it's like a squid. I think it's a giant squid comes out of the ocean. And it looks like the tentacles have been drawn by Nickelodeon. Like, it genuinely has that kind of a vibe to it. It's ridiculous. It's a great film, but it's stupid as hell.
And finally, another noodles put forward. Gordon Shumway.
No idea.
Just Google that one. Gordon Shumway. Oh, sorry, Bing it.
Yeah, I'm on Bing. Gordon.
Shumway.
Oh, it would help if I could spell. Oh! Alf?
Yes, Alf.
Why is Alf terrifying?
He eats cats.
So
where can we find you online?
that's the Animal Kingdom,
This
right?
whole podcast is over now.
That's the Animal Kingdom.
Anything eats cats is evil.
I mean, there's lots of things that do. Sadly. I don't agree with it. But
We don't make
that's
celebrities
the
out of them,
food
though.
chain. I mean, yeah, I get
Alf
that
had
part.
pogs. He was that big a celebrity, he had pogs.
Pogs. That's, you draw the line because Alf had pogs.
Alf had pogs. Someone who had pogs eats cats. Not good. Bad example.
He had a fucking telephone by the looks of it as well.
So we're going to head to the spoiler zone. Where can we find you?
I'm on Blue Sky. Nona Goff.
You can follow her and unfollow her now.
Yeah, do it. Honestly, I dare you. And I sometimes stream twitch.tv/Nona Things. It's probably just World of Warcraft. But if you want to talk about other shit, I do that as well. And sometimes I just put music on and sing really loudly. It's a pastime.
The noble pastime.
Everyone needs a hobby.
As for me, totalcultzone.com, all the social links. You can buy me a coffee if you want, or some cake. No Jamie Dodgers, though, because they make me very claggy and unable to talk on a podcast. No doing
This
that again.
happened with the caterpillar cakes. Eventually, we will find something you can eat that will not do that. This is going to be the running theme. The first 10 minutes are going to be us discussing food that you've eaten and seeing whether or not you can make it to the end of the podcast without choking.
Or eat one of them while you're trying to Google something and then talk about it. TotalCultZone.com. Spoiler zone coming. So now hitting the spoiler zone. Don't want the film ruined. Turn off now. We can unfollow us.
You can unfollow us, you can unpost it. You can not listen to it if you want to, and then find out that we said something absolutely diabolical. Because you should always proof listen before you endorse.
Yeah. So spoilers, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I like the fact that it is a Christmas movie because of then like the callback to things like Gremlins. Because Gremlins is technically a Christmas movie, right?
Yeah.
Technically. But
Technically.
it doesn't feel like a Christmas movie. And neither does this film. In reality.
No. So what didn't you like about it?
I can't remember what I fucking said now.
You didn't like the ending
Oh, right, yeah.
It was like being edged.
It was the fact that she had apparently planned the girlfriend, Christina, had planned the whole thing. And that she already knew, considering that these people, I'm calling them people, these puppets couldn't transport without the use of the telephone. How the fuck was she roommates with any of them?
Because someone at the college phoned them.
Yeah, but then the reason that they ended up going back and taking Conor with them was because the guy that was like, whatever, president or whatever the fuck he was, President Munch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, he brought them back because he was like, you can't escape me, and brought them back again. So I think that's a bit like, I was sat there like, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me. How? Unless Christina had gone there and had gone to college there.
Maybe she is a freako.
Maybe she wanted to do more than hold fucking hands. Like, steady on.
It's an 80s film.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it looked like when they went to the bedroom as an 80s film. We all know what the fashions looked like at the time. I'm not talking about the clothes. It'd have been, to be honest with you, it would have been funny, just Merkin wise, but
I would never done that in an 80s film though.
no, of course not. Of course not.
She'd have been sitting on his stomach, whipping his chest with a hair. Throwing her hair back.
It's me like, which one? which hair?
So that was it. It just didn't make sense.
It just didn't make a lot of sense to me.
But the rest of the film did.
Well, no, like, of course not. But in terms of, I was following it in terms of like, this is what happened. This is how they transported. And I think it was just that, like, that part, it obviously it's made up. It doesn't necessarily need to make sense that these Muppets, I nearly called them, these puppets came from somewhere, right?
Mm.
But it made sense that they were not from where Conor was from. Because they're puppets. Right?
Yeah.
So that part, that all made sense to what was happening. Them being transported by the telephone makes sense to what was happening. It just didn't make sense to me how, unless Christina had called them and had gone through the exact same thing and President Munch just keeps fucking respawning, it just didn't make sense. Unless he wasn't president at the time. And, you know, Frankie, Dottie, Crunch, yeah, were all able to just go wherever they wanted. It was the only bit that I was like, I could have done with when she was explaining. Well, when she was explaining it, I think what I would have liked to have seen would have been another montage with her and Dottie and Frankie. You know, we were in college together. Blah, blah, blah.
Holding hands with Frankie.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't make a lot of sense. Like, why would she also set them up? Like,
because he's a square.
Yeah, but why would you be with someone if you found them boring? Or like, you know, they just, I don't know. You don't do that. Although I did really enjoy when Conor found out there was no freak in him at all. That's because I'm a square. Perfect. That was 10 out of 10, no notes.
Start recording again.
Because I was talking about the broken some of the special effects with the broken TV, the mannequin, that fucking killed me. Like, it's never been more obvious what it is, and I like, it was absolutely made to look as mannequin like as possible when they did it. Like, they knew that was comedy gold. Like, just throw the mannequin's head into the telly. Although, how flimsy were tellies in the 80s?
You'd have to get quite a run up on them. CRTs are not easy to break.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That man's head, like, absolute lead, clearly. But it was funny. Okay, that's the end of my spoilers.
Sure.
I'll message you if I have any more.